Good day and welcome to Mission Control Houston, where the team of flight controllers is watching over the systems aboard the International Space Station and supporting the crew on board the space station. This is the first full week for Expedition 29 that includes Commander Mike Fossum, Flight Engineer Satoshi Furukawa, and Flight Engineer Sergei Volkov as they continue to circle the globe at an altitude of about 230 statute miles now out over the Pacific Ocean on a northeasterly track that'll soon be taking them over North America. Today, a very busy day on board the International Space Station for the Expedition 29 crew as they work through a variety of different experiment activities. Among the experiment activities today were some working with the binary colloidal alloy testing. This is a look at colloids, which are things like paint and other fluids where there are solids suspended within them. And this is part of what's known as binary colloid alloy test number 5. We have some recorded video from that here. In this, the crew member photographs a mixed samples of microscopic particles that are suspended in liquids, and we're looking at how microscopic fluids suspend particles and how they separate from each other like oil and water over time in microgravity. There's potential applications for this in the near term for extending product shelf life on Earth and in space for the long term in the development of new generation of materials. Also on board today, the crew was working with a Lego experiment. That is a partnership between NASA and the Lego Bricks company, as they have sent up a series of different Lego kits. Today, the crew is scheduled to build the Hubble Space Telescope using Legos. There are a number of different models in these different kits aboard the International Space Station for educational activities. And so the crew got an opportunity to return to their childhood for a little bit on orbit as they built the Hubble Space Telescope, which has sent back some of the images and data that have transformed our understanding of the universe. Also today, of course, the crew working on taking some video of the Japanese experiment module known as Kibo or Hope, as Satoshi Furukawa, the astronaut representing the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, provided a tour. We'll have a little bit more of that video for you later. The crew also is going to be doing an educational activity on board in the near future, and then they'll complete their day with exercise on the various types of workout equipment that are in the space station's gym and the Tranquility module, including the advanced resistive exercise device, the combined operational load-bearing treadmill at Colbert, and on the stationary bicycle in the Destiny laboratory. Variety of different exercise work required every day by the crew members so that they can keep their bodies healthy for the work on orbit, and also to get ready for the return to one gravity on Earth and stave off the effects of potential bone and muscle density loss that can occur in the absence of gravity for the 6-month periods of their stay. Crew on board the space station, again, making their first full week after the departure of Ron Garan, Alexander Samakotyaev, and Andrei Borisenko last week, and they're looking forward to the arrival of the rest of the Expedition 29 crew a little bit later than had been planned. Dan Burbank, Anatoly Ivanishin, and Anton Shkaplerov are scheduled to launch from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan on November 14th and dock with the space station on November the 16th. That'll all follow the October 30th planned launch of the Progress 45 resupply vehicle, which is going to test out the engine systems that were involved in a failure that led to the loss of the Progress 44 vehicle when it lifted off from the Baikonur Cosmodrome on August the 24th. Russian Commission determined the cause of that problem was some debris in the fluid lines of the engines, and they're working to use brand new build engines in the upcoming launches to avoid that problem. Meanwhile, on board, there's one issue within the space station. The urine processing assembly has been temporarily shut down. The fluid pump control assembly module that circulates fluids through that, which eventually leads to the urine being recycled for drinking water and other uses on board, has failed, and they're looking at, the team here in Mission Control is looking at a plan to remove and replace that pump upcoming on Friday and get the urine processing assembly back to work. In the meantime, the urine is being stored on board on tanks so that it can be recycled for later use. This is Mission Control Houston.